Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast. I'm Dan Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy birthday, America. And to my left, Anthony Fisher.
Hello. Hey.
And we are the Rag Company Podcast. So, guys, obviously it was the 4th weekend, but what's going on? Any housekeeping? What should we start with?
Oh, there's plenty of housekeeping.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of stuff waiting to be released. You're yawning already. Great
so first
start.
off,
okay, Anthony, take it away.
So I'd like to say that today I will be getting a haircut.
Ooh.
And so that way I don't
Make
look like I
yourself look
have
cool.
a toupee anymore because
nice.
it's just not really working for me. I did shave my face using a variety of goodies from our friends over at Cremo.
Ooh,
right?
very nice.
And
Very
so
clean.
I really like
I
the
use some Cremo.
So
shave
do you
cream
have
on
the
my neck.
Reserve Blend shaving cream, the black one?
No, I just have the original.
Wow.
That's the one
So
I like.
the Black Reserve Blend, oh my gosh, it is very fragrant, really
Yeah.
nice, very smooth, leaving my skin feeling as smooth as a baby's bottom.
Beautiful.
Now,
So glad.
other things. I need to talk about the sale that is
There
currently
it is.
still happening
Still going.
at theragcompany.com.
Wow.
So if you head there right now,
20%
you can
off.
save 20% off site-wide excluding
July
wholesale cases.
20. is the
And do we have any more of the special kits left?
code. I have no idea. None of us have even walked over to that building to
The
look.
only
Yeah,
way to check
yeah.
is
Probably go
to
see.
actually check.
Yeah,
But-
so we did build some special kits, right, which included the RWB Cyclone Mitt. Now, this is one of our special mitts. We only launch it on Flag Days, and I think that this is the last of them.
Yeah,
Technically,
I think
very
so.
sad, but also very exciting. Because
Well,
maybe
that's
next
why
year,
we did while supplies.
Oh, yeah.
But no, the RWB MIT, we had basically limited number, which
Yeah.
is why we said while supplies last. So if you were able to get a hold of one, good for you.
Cherish it.
Hopefully there's still
Nick,
some
is there any
available.
way
If
we can
not,
pull up the website right now? How fast could we? How quick could we do that?
it's good to
And
have
then
Nick
click-
back in the
And then
control
click on
room.
that banner there, Nick, and it's going to take us to the landing page.
see
and we're going to
exactly.
scroll down on the kits, and we're going to see if we can try to find
We got sold
the
out
kit.
on the Essential Plus Maintenance.
Scroll up. It's the 4th of July Stars and Stripes detailing kit. Let's go over
Yeah,
there.
That doesn't have sold
It-
out on it.
you
So
know, click
there's a
on that.
possibility
What do we got
it
over
is,
there?
In fact, still in stock.
Okay, so
Well,
we
still in stock.
What
Okay.
is that 70? Is that pricing correct?
$75.
Yeah.
So for $75, you're getting G-Technics Quick Detailer, you're getting Rags to Riches, you're getting a bottle of G-Wash, True View, you're getting, looks like 4 Everest 550s, you're getting some glass towels, some applicators, a RWB Cyclone Mitt, and Red Eagles.
Yeah, nice little kit.
Holy
It's,
crap,
it's
man.
quite a
Good deal
mix.
for 75
Well, think about
bucks.
it like that. I mean, that's an insane deal. So I would head to theragcompany.com, pick one up for yourself, and remember, we ship free over $100, right?
That's right.
And so grab your kit, grab a couple other things. We ship for free to the lower 48. Yeah, so that's one of the big housekeeping things to kind of double check with. We also have special limited edition stickers, which is going to look just like that Rag Company logo there at the top. And
They're cool.
And they're really cool,
Yeah,
man.
they're neat one this
On a
year.
water bottle, a koozie, a Yeti bottle.
Oh.
What else would you put it on, Levi?
Put
a
it on the
sprayer?
Suburban.
The Suburban,
You
okay.
could wear one of those. You can
Yeah.
put it on your Dodge Ram 1500.
You can put it on
Jeez.
the rocket box on top of your vehicle.
Ooh,
Wow.
rocket
Yeah.
box. Perhaps you own a Subaru and you
Yes.
need to add another sticker to the back.
Yeah.
Perfect placement for
Put it on
it.
your
You know,
detailing
if you
cart.
got a
Put it on
Thule
your
or a
detailing cart,
Yakima,
your
you
toolbox.
just slap it
Toolbox,
on there.
man.
Maybe on the wall in your garage. Maybe on
Yeah.
your fridge, your garage fridge.
Oh, I don't have one
True.
of those, but it sounds nice.
Your work-
I don't
Workbench.
either. I just
Yeah.
have a garage freezer.
Wow.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of options that you can do with this sticker. So sale ends today, 20% off. We're not having another 20% off sale for quite some time.
A while.
So now would be a good time to pick things up if you need them. I know I'm going to be picking some stuff up as
Very
well because
nice.
I'm out of FSE.
Oh, no.
I also spilled my not my G-Wash, my GSF bottle washing my car this weekend. And it
sorry.
spilled, and I spilled half of it.
Oh.
That sucks.
I should just start buying the 5-liter.
Yeah.
So it's more sturdy, right?
That is
Stable.
more sturdy.
More
yes.
sturdy, stable, and then maybe have like a dispensing thing
Oh,
set
yeah,
up,
I
right?
like
I
that.
have like
Pumps.
a dispensing, like a pump thing.
Yeah, I like
don't know,
that. That
something
sounds
like
fun.
that. But anyways, I think it's going to wrap it up for in terms of that. Other things, we announced the Grandmasters last Friday.
Yeah, tell us a little bit
so
about that while
we
I get a
have
drink.
an awesome batch. I
Nice.
think it's a good batch. We got some girls in here this time. We're always excited to get girls in here because we like seeing girls within the detailing community. It's exciting. Like
Yeah.
we want people to get out there, especially girls that care about their cars. And enjoy it and enjoy using good products. And so we have 3 girls in. We have one.
I think they're women.
Or women. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. 3 women.
4 women.
Right? Sorry, I just, I like to get girl power. I was thinking girl power in my head, so that's why I'm saying girls. 3 women that are in here. One of them is local to Boise, and she's actually in one of our upcoming Wash Wednesdays, right? She killed it. She did an awesome job. She was thirsty for more information on detailing, and she wanted to be part of the Grandmaster program, and I think that she's going to be a good candidate for that. And so other than that, though, the rest of the crew, we got a second gen in there, second gen Cummins, right? One of the guys in there's got a second gen Cummins. We got an actual dragster racer, which is amazing.
That was
impressive.
We got a couple detailers. We have a 14-year-old detailer in that group.
See, that's a cool one.
That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
That's a kid who's determined.
I'm like 14 years old and you're already detailing. You have a full Instagram showing all of your work. He's going to make it in life.
Yeah.
He's doing good. At 14, I'm pretty sure I was complaining about mowing my lawn.
Yeah.
Or my parents' lawn.
Well, I was mowing my grandmother's and my aunt's lawns. I had a lucrative lawn mowing as well as I split a paper route with a friend.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And so I was bringing in cash both fronts. It was nice.
Well, this is a well-rounded
But if I could have been detailing and had the internet at 14, holy cow. I probably would have had my dad's driveway totally converted.
Yeah.
Into doing washes.
At 14, I was sitting there yelling, "I'm tired of digging these holes, Grandpa." And he's just like, "Well, that's too damn bad." Right?
Them holes.
And so we have a couple other people in the mix as well. And so I think that the Grandmaster group looks fantastic. Super happy about that. Last quarter did great as well. And so we just want to see
we've been really blessed with these last 2 quarters. Good group, good Grandmasters. I'm excited for this 3rd quarter, see what they can do.
Yep.
And I think it's gonna be pretty sweet.
I know. I think quarter 4, see what that holds as well. And then hopefully here, I think probably by quarter 4 we're gonna start figuring out what the Grandmaster of the Year prize is gonna be.
Yeah.
And figure out what cool things we can do, right? Whether it's going to be a prize, whether it's going to be a trip. I feel like now we're able to start traveling more.
Yeah, we go on our first trip in a month.
Yeah.
Our first trip.
Yep.
We'll be going to Monterey, flying the friendly skies of Alaskan Airlines.
Yeah.
As we head on down to
Get
Monterey.
ourselves vodka coffee.
Get there
on the way
San
there.
Francisco in the morning. That's how Dane starts those mornings on the flights. Fresh vodka coffee. We're excited. We're going to be landing. Gonna get there early. We're not gonna know what to do.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun. But
Cruise
we're
the
excited.
Streets of Frisco.
We're
is
gonna
what
be
we call
cruising the
what we
streets
say.
of Frisco for a little while before we hook up with the team from PNS.
But I love San Francisco.
We're gonna be hanging out, going down for Monterey Car Week. So for those of you wondering, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be hitting the McCall Motorworks Revival, as well as the Quail. And so those are the 2 big events that we're gonna be at for Motor Week this year at Monterey, which is exciting that's all going to be back.
Two events that will spoil you for literally any other car show.
It spoils you and ruins you.
Yes, because
you're ruined afterwards.
Having gone there, I feel like, okay, I've met my heroes. I've seen the things that I thought I'd never see in person.
Made. Am I
also
right,
ruins you when you look at a $25 million car and realize how beat up it is.
That is the fun thing.
You're
it's like
this thing's
rock chips all over.
This thing's horrible.
And it's because it's $25 million because it's original condition from a car that was built in the 50s as a racing pedigree. Yeah, the whole thing. But it is amazing to see these things and realize like, oh yeah, they're just cars too. But I mean, granted, they're made with materials that are incredibly expensive, and that lends itself to that, or maybe it's pedigree or whatever. But it's always fascinating to kind of like, okay, bring it all back down to earth because you're actually looking at it, seeing it in person, and like it's grounded now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna point something out here. So Lex Garage says, "On a holiday, we appreciate you."
Wow.
The nation recognizes today as a holiday.
Did you guys notice there was no traffic driving into work today?
It was kind of
I felt like we were the only ones coming into work.
But I had already planned to be here. I thought we were all just going to come in here.
We were all supposed to be here. None of us were taking the day off.
Because when we talked last week, somebody said, do we have that day off? And somebody laughed at it.
John said that. John goes,
what?
Yeah, Nate asked, and John goes, we're an e-commerce business. The internet doesn't sleep.
The internet never sleeps.
And all of us and he laughed, and then we all kind of chuckled to ourselves like, oh, guess we're coming in.
Yeah. So here we're here. So enjoy.
We're here.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're bringing 100% effort today, as always.
That's right.
Because We love our jobs and we love being able to do this. So we're happy to be inside here and be hanging
There's
out.
a lot of good comments here.
That's a great one. Forced induction and drive. That's a good one.
Thanks a Dane. My feed is full of unlimited company advertisements now. Hey,
Dane.
you guys brought this on yourselves. You talked about it,
Dane,
and then it just started appearing on your stuff.
One wearing both
best part
outfits.
is I don't have to worry about it now. Now that
Are
they
you wearing an unlimited company shirt right now?
I'm wearing the blankest, most uninteresting shirt I can because I was tired of last week. I was like, no, I'm not going to come in branded this week. I wear giveaway stuff all the time, but they just happened to catch me on the one day where I'm like, this one's still open.
You've always worn a G-Technic or a Rag Company hat or your MTM hat.
I wear Tuner Cult stuff and all these other ones when you see like the
But you've never worn your Tuner Cult hat and Tuner Cult shirt.
Or like the Wave.
This was the first time that you had both together. That's the only reason.
Okay. So thank you, David Cervantes, for pointing that out and blowing up my spot.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Granted, it's on me. I wore it, so I'll own that.
Well,
but
Dane has so much invested into the Unlimited Company that if he doesn't win that truck,
I'm going to be very sad.
We're all going to be very sad. I will say, though, and I want to say this in the nicest way for it is going to be nice, for this local company, this Unlimited Company doing this truck giveaway, right? There's I get it, guys. There's so many of these freaking giveaways happening, and you want to know how they make money? I can't talk about that. Can I?
Oh, these giveaway companies, people understand how it works.
You understand, right?
Basically.
So you know how they make money, obviously, off the merchandise, right? It's a huge part of it, right? And let's just say if their margins are good on the merchandise. Game. So it's a numbers game, right? They figure out the numbers and they figure out what they can do, right? Also, there's some of these that are very much a risk, right? A high risk, high reward, right, is what it is. And these guys have to obviously produce a vehicle, modify the vehicle, and then they have to obviously have a set amount of money to pay for the taxes that you're going to pay on that vehicle.
Yeah, and that is a lot of capital
once you accept
on their
that
end.
as technically a gift or whatever it may be, right?
That's usually why they do a car plus cash.
Yeah, right, because you have to use that cash.
It didn't used to be that way, but they figured out after enough people complained about, I have to pay tax on this.
Well, because they would take this car home and they would say it's valued at this amount, and they'd have to pay 6, 7, 8% on whatever it would be, and they'd say, I can't even afford to take this car. I can't even take it.
The cash is there to help you, and usually when they add it on to these.
Yeah, so they give you the cash, right? But a big way that they also make their money, because they have to generate money from multiple sources of multiple sources.
Yeah.
So they have to do clothing, right? And then also, but they don't. You ever wonder why you get so many phone calls after you enter a giveaway?
They sell your info.
They do sell your information, right?
And that one's kind of an open secret. It's just like you can expect it's gonna happen.
It sucks that it happens. But the whole entry system, I think that part of the thing is I think that's become so streamlined now.
Well, and
I think that they had to kind of legitimize it.
Anybody who knows about these giveaways and stuff knows the postcard thing you can do.
Wow,
and it's just as valid as the other stuff. However, you still got to pay postage to send that in. And it still only counts as like one entry by most rule standards. So when you're doing the 10 times entry, if you buy a shirt, there's a big disparity there.
Well, correct, and that's what. So that's why. Do you ever wonder why they started
yes, you can
having
do the postcard, but that doesn't.
The 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times entries are also a great marketing tactic, right?
Oh no, it's genius. Yeah.
It also now the number of entries was basically just a variable, right? It changes with every single giveaway, but a $5 shirt, or let's just say a $15 shirt that's worth 2 times entries, right, becomes now a 30 entry thing.
Yeah.
That helps with the postcard situation, right? Because one postcard is valid one per entry, right?
You're essentially, if this were like the stock market, it's like you're diluting shares.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, correct. It's exactly what it is. And so it's the same thing with all these, like a shirt that's worth 500 entries, right? Now you've helped dilute that single postcard that maybe that one person was trying to bank on and win on. And so...
they're still following the rules. It's just as valid. It's just these are the things you need to be aware of when you go into these kinds of situations. I actually find this to be a pretty interesting topic. Like, I don't know if you guys watching and listening find it that way, but you notice we haven't really done these kinds of giveaways and stuff. And I know when we brought out the Subaru and we did that, people were like, oh, do a giveaway with it, do a giveaway. There's something that just feels a little bit like I want to be transparent. I want to be open and forward. If we ever did that kind of thing, you want to be really clear about what you're doing.
Oh, I was planning on just lying to everybody.
But at the same time, but that's the problem is people just assume, that is your motivation. Like you're just, greedy, kind of whatever going in. And that's why we haven't done that kind of thing. Is we want to, if we did a giveaway, we'd want to be extremely clear about that.
Yeah.
But that's why we're going to auction it instead. Then it's a very open, transparent process.
Back to my original point. What I was trying to say is that most of these companies, right, we know how they make money, right? The margins on the clothing that they're doing are usually pretty good, right? And the lanyards, right, like a $10 lanyard costs 75 cents, right, to make. And then to ship it, right, it's even cheaper. Most of the companies won't even do free shipping because they want to try to bank in on that shipping as well, right? They'll do a $15 flat rate, right, and they'll send it through a USPS priority, which is $8, right, for your shirt.
Like
so they're banking off of the shipping as well. So they're making tons of money, and with all the money that's rolling in, they're able to market it outward. So obviously, we see them on Facebook all the time, right? We see them on Instagram all the time.
It's word
of
mouth
everywhere.
stuff. People are sharing it. Yeah.
The more money they spend in advertisement, the more money that they could potentially make back, right? So high risk versus high reward there.
Well, and the merch, when they see it in a video or something, they're like, hey, what's that? And then you try and downplay it, and then people end up going nuts for it anyway. It's like,
exactly.
I didn't do that. You did that.
It's, I mean, like 80/80 guys. I mean, those
doing their
guys
job
in
for
Utah have probably made millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? Off
no
these
doubt.
things. And Tuner Cold and everybody else. And honestly, smart of everybody to jump in on the ground floor and do it while they could, because now they're making a ridiculous amount of money. And really, they can cash out all they want, right? They can do this, and as long as they want, until the government says, "Hey, you can't do this anymore," or whatever it may happen, and this is slimy, or however it may be. But they're okay because
each one makes doing the next one even easier.
Yeah, because then they just cut it off and they say, "Okay, not a big problem, not a problem at all," right? And these guys can afford. And the other thing too, it's also a tax write-off, right? Because this is a business, right? So that however they're doing this and managing their income and buying cars and writing what they can off. Parts, all that stuff. It's all very, very underground. I think there's a lot more to it.
And you notice, like, okay, obviously the JDM set is going to be the super popular area because that's where a lot of the energy is online. That's where the viewers are. But you notice it's not usually giving away some super high-end, car or something like that. It's something that's like
Subaru,
a lower to mid-range, but like super heavily modified.
Yeah.
And that's because those parts can either be written off in some cases, or they're like donated by the companies who just want to advertise that the parts are on there, which saves them money producing.
Dane, can I trouble you to grab me crack open that New Air fridge from our friends at New Air and grab me a Mountain Dew Rise? Just what you need to get started in the morning.
So back to
the green one.
What I wanted
Tropical
to say,
Sunrise.
though, is that while most of these companies have great margins because their clothing is relatively cheap or they're doing some type of, lower cost clothing, I was actually genuinely impressed at this Unlimited company.
Yeah, David actually points out, look decent. It was.
Yes, the merch from this Unlimited company was good stuff.
Yeah, their clothing, I like the way they did all their products. I'm not a big fan of their images.
Their images, but
I don't think they're that good yet, but they're using good quality clothes.
And I think, and this is either compliment or me being rude, I'm not really sure, but basically they got Richardson stuff.
They did their homework on the right.
They had Richardson, they had Next Level, they had Independent, they had all these really good brands, right?
Yeah.
In terms of private labeling brands, I mean, some of the best you can get. And I don't know if that was on purpose, or if it was one of those like, hey, I need merch. Is there a merch guy in Boise? Right. Yeah, this company will do merch for you.
Right.
And then they went to the company and said, how much for all this stuff? It's going to be this much money. Okay, let's just do it.
Yeah,
right?
because that's normal. Most people don't realize when you walk into a screen printer shop, 90% of the time, they have access to everything.
Yeah.
And they'll sell you exactly what you want.
But everybody goes in like, I need it cheap, I'm giving it away.
Right. They'll also offer you Gildan heavyweight cotton shirts that get scratchy and itchy after you wash them. Where
Fruit of the
that's
Loom,
what happened with me. And I
everything.
said, no, I want like this. I had a t-shirt on and I was like, I want this kind of shirt. And the guy was like, oh man, those are expensive. I can't.
Because they're used to dealing with customers who don't want to pay.
I remember he charged me, the first guy charged me $12 a shirt to put my logo on the chest, right? But I was like, I want these for my guys because they're nice, breathable, lightweight. But it was a next level tee, right? That's weird. But he was charging extra because he was making so much money off the merch, off of the actual shirts and products that he was selling.
Yeah.
So then when I met with Scully and Shasta, and they were like, well, these are the only types of shirts we sell. These are the only types of shirts.
That's our
when
starting
Shasta
point.
goes through and goes, I pick these because I want you to be comfortable. I only carry products that make you feel comfortable or that you like to wear.
Concept.
And those are the ones we're going to screen print. And they were $8 a shirt, and I was getting the exact same shirt that I was getting from the other guy for $12. Still with my logo on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So it really, they had to have talked to somebody, or they had an idea of what they wanted. A lot of times people grab clothes and they go, oh, I like these shorts. How do I make these?
Yeah, well, and this is literally not an ad. We're simply stating, like, I actually bought some of that stuff and discovered. Anthony and I shared pictures, and we're like, this stuff's actually good quality. Shop,
whether you're a business, whether you work in a store, there's a lot of things you look into, because the goal, the reason we carry Next Level shirts and independent hoodies for the Rag Company, they're comfortable. We want you to wear them.
Yeah, it's no good putting an ad on you if you're not going to wear the ad.
No, well, and it goes back to, I remember this is what got me started in this. Adam Carolla had on Nick Offerman on his podcast a decade ago, right? Nick Offerman gave him a hat. It became Adam's favorite hat, was wearing the Offerman Woodshop.
Yeah.
And he goes, I like this hat because it's comfortable.
Has nothing to do with what's written on it. He goes, it's the
most comfortable hat to wear. It's the hat that I enjoy wearing. He goes, but Nick thought about that when he made his hats. Because you get tons of stuff, and we're susceptible to this. We get tons of merch.
Yeah, because when you're mass producing, throwing stuff out there.
People give us free hats all the time. We've each got stacks of hats on our desks.
They're prioritizing other things. They're not like, I got to make sure this tacked up shirt that has all this branding on it is comfortable. No, I don't care. I'm just making it cheap. You guys,
I have a vintage Pepsi Cola hat style new flat bill on my desk. I love that hat. It's the most uncomfortable hat to wear.
Yeah, you'd never wear it, but it makes a good display item.
I love the way it looks, but it's that. So
but you can do that with a hat. You can't do that with a shirt so much.
But the trick for these companies is they got to have comfortable merch. Because the more that you're going to wear it because it's comfortable, the more you're going to reach back and go, man, I really like that shirt. I should buy another one from them. What else they got? They're doing another giveaway.
That extra investment.
Well, let me buy some more shirts. Let me buy some more. Oh, I want to try these pants. It's the reason why we buy Dixon.
Yeah.
Their shirts are nice. Their hoodies are nice. Their button-ups are nice.
You see the comments all the time. People are like, you need to put those in the store. And it's like, you don't want to know how much it costs for us to get that logo put on that shirt and if we put that in our store, that would be like $130
you might as well buy a
shirt.
Scan Grip Light.
You wouldn't buy that shirt. I don't care what you say. You wouldn't be buying that.
Anyway, let's move on. I
think it's an interesting topic, though.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that
it's definitely something.
I was impressed by the quality of the clothing and the branding behind everything, private label or not. It was just pretty nice.
Yeah. So, Cameron Messina points out one last thing.
The Exo Shield shirt was very nice. So anyways, let's get into our weekends. Dane, let's start with you.
Well, my weekend was spent. How do I say? I almost said playing Where's Waldo. No.
Oh.
Gabe told me basically I needed to get photos of my car in different locations now that it's wrapped.
High quality photos?
High quality photos.
So you took a DSLR
Yeah, I need somebody with a DSLR to come out and shoot the car. Maybe I'll talk to Monib or something. But in the meantime...
Oh, so you didn't do that?
No, I took them with my iPhone.
Okay.
12 Pro Max. Yeah.
Not a bad camera. Not a bad
MBD.
camera.
Not bad, but not the best.
Yeah, no,
right?
pretty decent for a cell phone. But once again, still not a DSLR with a nice lens on it. But I went around town. I got lots of different location shots and stuff just to show the wrap in different environments of what it looks like. Went down Harrison Boulevard, parked under some trees, got nice shots there, looked pretty. Parked in front of old buildings downtown, kind of frontier buildings, looking stuff kind of cool.
It's like Old West.
Yeah, Old West. And then some other stuff like, in the alleyways like everybody does. Everybody always gets that shot with that sky bridge that has the 3 circles on it, but I love that thing. So it's just cool looking and industrial looking. So I got some shots of that. And, and then I went up to Lucky Peak and got some shots where I had some prior shots I did when it was black. So I kind of have a nice contrast between new and old, and just kind of showing that a little bit. But yeah, no, I went out and got a lot of variety. That was on Sunday. But on Saturday, trying to think, what did I do? I mostly ran errands. I actually got a new bed mat for my Tacoma.
Ooh, nice.
Rubberized deal. You know, I've been jealous. Gabe's had his for a while, and I'm like, that's nice. And when we go out and do rollers and Jimmy has to sit in the back, I always feel bad when he's in the back of my truck.
Comfort.
It's not very comfortable.
You want to be able to enjoy the Tempur-Pedic cushion.
Kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna help Jimmy out when we're shooting rollers, sitting in the back there.
No, Jimmy appreciates
his knees won't be sore, and then also stuff I put in the back won't be sliding around.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's
because it's just annoying. You know, and it's especially annoying if you set something near the back, and then as you drive, it scoots its way all the way forward. And I have a tonneau cover. The most annoying place to get to is the far back, like the area right up against the back of the cab. So if I could stop stuff from moving around that I don't want to, great. So,
do you ever think about a bed rug?
Bed rug. Oh yeah, that's the one where it's like carpeted, right?
It carpets that whole bed. So the sides.
Oh, that sounds nice.
All the
I
inside there.
understand that. That kind of reminds me of like the old Lincoln Blackwood.
The worst thing you could do is spill diesel fuel in.
But that's what I'm gonna say.
Other than that, it's pretty awesome.
I don't think I get that because I'd be afraid of like the rubbish stuff I haul back there, like going to the dump. I would not want that on that carpet. That just wouldn't be nice. Like if you're gonna treat your pickup bed like a car trunk, I get it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to treat it like a pickup bed and you're going to throw like random brittle leaves and twigs and
good truck bed trailer
dirt and sand. Yeah. I mean, the dirt. Yeah. Truck bed trailer would solve that. But maybe I don't want to have an extra thing attached to my vehicle. Maybe I just want to use the vehicle as it was intended. And I can see Anthony's falling asleep over here. But the point was I just wanted to have something that helps secure.
Though. Those are nice. Yeah. Those are nice mats.
Very nice. They're about $100, give or take. I got it from the dealership, so it's like the OEM one.
Yeah, nice.
But I thought that'd be really nice. Talked with the guy. I also ordered a bed lighting kit from there while I was there, just up at the dealership, because it has these like blanks that are in the sides of the bed on my Tacoma, and you can pull them out, and then you wire it to get into the backside of like the brake light assembly or something. And they're just really nice LEDs that fit at the back of your bed and push inward. So you have light from the cab, and then you got light from the sides. Kind of lights it all up in there. It looks nice. So I'm like, that'd be handy if I want to go camping sometime this summer. I'd like to have that. So
any update on the tailgate?
So the tailgate, I drove my truck to work today because I'm going to take it down to Hoffman over there.
Oh, you still haven't gotten a...
No, that's a problem because the quote I got back from Caliber Collision was more than what the insurance agency offered me.
Oh, no.
So now I'm going to go try Hoffman and see if I can get a different quote. Because the Caliber, they took pictures I sent online.
So the insurance company just said, we'll pay you this much.
Yeah, it's weird. They're just like, we believe it's this amount. We're sending you a check. And then the check shows on, like, I haven't even gotten this confirmed by anybody.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we think it'll be this amount, and we calculate it out based on these rates. I'm like, ugh. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while.
That's all right.
But,
prices are going up.
I'm working on it. But at the same time, like, this stuff moves at a glacial pace. And we've been so busy lately.
Yeah.
I have not had a good opportunity between the Jag, a project car, and the Tacoma.
Last week and this week are really the first times we've had, like
this is the first time I have a little bit of leeway where I can like, okay, I can
last
breathe.
week it was getting the Jag put back together.
I got to take this down there on my lunch break, have Hoffman look at it and be like, it's going to cost about this much. Because right now, the quote they gave me up at Caliber was closer to $1,600, whereas the amount is like 14 and change on the check or so. So it's close, but it's just not quite there. And they said they'll be flexible, but I think I just want to go to Hoffman and get a second opinion and see how it is. Because when I looked up online, that tailgate on a 2020 Toyota Tacoma, it's even though it has a camera and stuff in it, it's still only $550.
But you can buy the tailgate, pull all the hardware out of yours, buy a raw blank tailgate because the camera's mounted in the handle.
The problem, this is where it gets tricky though, is they've already sent me the check and
but the check you can use for the tailgate and then you can have Jonathan paint it.
Except I can't because in their rules they say you cannot spend the check. They work directly with the shop even though you have the check. They're like
no.
And they specifically state you're not allowed to spend this independently. It has to go through the shop and we will work out the details if there's
then they should have sent the money to the shop.
Which is weird. That's why I don't get. I don't get why they sent a check.
Honestly, I think that when they give you that kind of check, you just take it down to the shop and they make the adjustments with the insurance company to get
And that's kind of what I'm thinking I'll do with Hoffman is I'll basically go down there and be like, all right, this is what I got. How close?
Because I've always told my insurance company, just send me the check. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, and trust me, I understand that's how a lot of people do it. But in this case, their rules were so
this is that
explicit.
weird insurance company.
They were just like,
U-Haul.
you think you're gonna just cash this check and do whatever you want with it? No, you gotta follow the rules. It's like, it's like, what are you gonna do, really?
Yeah, look at that. Kirby Thompson says, try the bed rug on your next truck. Really nice and great for anyone in the old bed.
Yeah.
Used a bed mat on my old Tundra. Nice.
Also good. And as far as the tailgate goes, the tailgate without the camera and the other stuff in it is like a $560 tailgate.
Yeah, but you're just buying a blank.
Yeah, and then the replacement stuff is I'd be swapping back in the camera and the letters on the imprints and stuff, like little things. But they were factoring that into the cost on the check, so I don't know how close I'm going to be. But
I've got to get 4 more pictures of the Suburban to send to my insurance, and then I need to get at least 1 more quote. But they're already ready. They're waiting to cut the check. They're literally like, send those 4 pictures, we'll cut a check. And I'm so hold on a second.
They're not totaling it, are they?
I have no idea. That's the worry. So
they're ready to cut a check, but they haven't told you what the amount is?
No. So I do need to call my insurance agent, talk to him, or at least my claims adjuster, because my insurance agent, she's like, you do whatever you want. Like, I'll write it. We'll get you a check. Like, if you want to fix it yourself, I trust you.
Yeah.
Because she knows me. So, but that's... Be interesting to see. Good luck with Hoffman today. Hopefully that'll...
We'll see. They did a good job on my SVX when my uncle backed into it years and years and years ago, back when they were a new shop. But that was about it.
Good.
It was a big dent. Anyway, that was the extent of my weekend outside of watching a few movies. I watched those Amazon movies I was kind of putting off because I was kind of rolling my eyes. I'm like, okay. I'll watch the Without Remorse one, and I'm like, okay, it's pretty much what I expected. It's like some mid-budget kind of revenge flick. And I'm like, okay, cool, Michael B. Jordan, cool. I'm not advocating for the movie. I found it to be kind of like, as far as Tom Clancy offerings. My personal favorite, Hunt for the Red October. I love it. My favorite. But the other one I watched was The Tomorrow War. I watched that on Amazon also. Mostly as a way to help distract from all the fireworks outside that my poor dog was freaking out. And I'm like, here, let's play some loud war explosion sound effects on TV using the sound system and distract her with these explosions because she's used to hearing movies and TV shows.
She get really worried about fireworks?
Oh, my God. She is mortified. Basically,
was she pretty scared?
Take whatever, like, cool, happy dog she is or how intimidating she could be when she's got to be alpha towards other dogs or something, and turn her into just a blubbering mess.
Did she go climb under your bed?
She basically goes into wherever she can find a noise-canceling place. Like, she goes into my mudroom between the garage and the main hallway because my house is basically a big living room with a hallway that then splinters off into all these other rooms and stuff. But that central area is where she wants to go because it's like the furthest away from any wall or window. Because my neighbors were putting off some of the loudest fireworks I've ever heard outside of like an official function.
Yeah.
These were insane. I have to imagine that these were in the ballpark of like several $100 type mortar style fireworks. These sounded like absolute bombs going off. And I heard car alarms go off. And this was at like 11 and midnight. They were setting these off. They set off about 15 to 20 of them. Like, not just a few, a lot. And it shook, paintings on the wall and stuff like that. Like, it was intense. But at the same time, I'm like, these must be new neighbors because I didn't have this last year. It wasn't like that before. And I get it. People want to celebrate. That's fun and all. You're doing that at like 7 to 10 p.m. Totally get it. Cool. I understand. But, if you're going to work the next day, I'm turning into like that HOA crabby person. You're doing that at 11 or midnight. I say this as someone who has a loud as hell exhaust.
He wanted to be able to sleep.
I'm writing a letter.
Even with my loud as hell exhaust, I don't go driving around my neighborhood revving it, annoying everybody.
Well,
like, not my neighborhood.
I would. If it was me, I'd be revving it up, letting them know.
I treat my neighbors with respect. And they respect me back. So
dominance.
It worked. Yeah. But, if they ever got out of line, maybe I'd, blow up a shin with a little pop or something.
There you go.
That's besides the point. Just don't get to that point, right? But here, these things were absolutely just bombs going off. So, dog was terrified. She was hiding first in the mudroom. Then she crawled into the bathtub in the master bathroom.
It's comfortable.
Room there where she could hide from the noise because I turned the fans on in, like, all the bathrooms in the mudroom so that she would have, like, extra white noise. I was playing music on the Sonos in the bedroom where she could hear that, and just like soothing sounds there didn't help. I put a pheromone collar on her.
You really pampered her this weekend.
I thought of everything I could.
Relaxing, little white noise, little aromatherapy.
On Saturday night, I went to PetSmart
from the Sonos.
I got a pheromone collar that was supposed to chill her out a little bit. But in addition to that, I also got I love this name. I crack up every time I see it. It just shows a picture of like a little yappy effing dog on the cover of it, and then it says quiet moments.
Ooh,
and it's just
nice.
Calming treats with hemp seed.
Wow.
And then you're like, okay, we're getting the dog this.
Why didn't you try giving the dog Benadryl?
So you got her stoned.
Benadryl's dangerous in large amounts.
So you got her stoned.
Benadryl is completely safe for dogs.
I got these because they worked last year to a degree.
Benadryl will calm down.
Well,
they'll be
putting Benadryl on my dog.
So
you can put Benadryl.
Dane got his dog stoned.
Benadryl to dogs.
Gave her some
I got my dog stoned, and she was
gave her a white noise area.
Yeah,
let her.
She had all the things she needed, and yet she was still just like, just like frantic, panting, just nervous. Poor girl.
So if you guys would like to book your next spa day, the Dane Hennon Dog Spa for yourself, sounds like a pretty good time, if you ask me.
Unless it's 4th of July and you have my neighbors.
Yeah.
So that was more or less the extent of my time there. I would say fairly uneventful outside of that. But
did you take her for a walk?
I did take her for a walk, but not that evening because I thought there would already be fireworks going off like all day that day. I took her a day prior, but yeah. Okay. So dogs can't overdose on Benadryl. We have to give our Jack Russell it before shots every year. I never
vindicated. Good job.
I never said the dog could overdose, but I said people could overdose, and I extrapolated that and assumed to say.
But all in all, you had a good 4th weekend.
But I would say it was pretty good. Nice. Like I didn't go out and do too much celebration for 4th because I'm thinking maybe it'd be more fun to try and go camping on a weekend when it's not packed 4th of July style and try and get that sometime in the next week or two. Maybe do a quick little trip up or something. Just nice. Although it's so hot out, I don't know if I really want to go camping.
I've got next weekend booked for camping, and I don't know if it's going to cool off in time.
Yeah. So. Maybe I'll pass on that. Maybe I'll give it a few more weeks. But whatever the case, that was my weekend, just trying to take care of my poor, terrified dog. And, Liz was doing well. She was fine, but her room is near the front of the house, so she was by the cul-de-sac. Room? Well, she has her office, which she spends a lot of time in because she does most of her stuff online.
You guys both have offices?
Yes.
What the heck?
What kind of house do you guys live in?
It's a 3-bedroom house where there's only 1 bedroom now, and the other 2 are converted into offices.
Oh, I see.
Very nice.
So, and being an artist, she has, like, basically a studio in there. So it's got, like, a work table and lights and all that kind of stuff. So, it's actually pretty cool. But, no, she's at the front of the house usually, so that's where a lot of the noise is happening. And, she was finding it hard to concentrate even with headphones and stuff because, like I said, some of those were shaking the walls.
Was there a lot to do that people need to concentrate on the 4th of July?
Well, her work is just her work, so she does it when she feels inspired, and that happened to be a time she was doing it. But
I was just wondering because I wouldn't try to work. Like, my neighbors are the worst when it comes to fireworks. Absolute worst. So
you got a lot of trees in your neighborhood.
It's not going to do anything. I'm just not going to worry about it. But, well, no, but it sounded like you guys had a good weekend. Had a lot of fun.
It was. All in all, it was good. It was just playing the game of taking photos all around town with the car and then 4th of July.
Anthony, what did you do?
Thanks, Levi, for having me. I needed to talk a little bit to wake myself up because I'm falling asleep once again. But Friday night, I think I got home from work and I wanted to do a couple things, right? So a couple bits of information here. I need to kind of go back a little bit. You guys remember I was looking for a PlayStation for the longest time.
Yes.
Right.
PlayStation 3.
5.
Oh,
yeah, close. And I've been looking for one for 6 months, 7 months, right? It was like a ridiculous amount of time.
I just want to say thanks again for finding that Xbox. I really appreciated that.
A handful of them.
That was nice. You really benefited from that. That was great.
Yeah. They slipped right through my fingers, right? And I was pretty upset about the whole situation, right? Time and time again. 7 months in and still couldn't get one. about whatever it was back in December or January, I remember I got a hint. Somebody had given me a little bit of information that, down the street of Walmart had an Xbox Series X in stock, right? And I told Dane, I said, hey, head down there because I know that he kind of wanted one. I said, if they have two, buy one for me, blah, blah, blah. He calls me, hey, man, so they only have one, so I'm buying it for myself.
Right.
And I said, okay. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I hadn't had a console in years.
He had to take that hit himself.
And Anthony had expressly indicated to me that he was not interested in an Xbox. He only wanted the PlayStation. Maybe. And then he later changed his mind to where, well, crap, getting a PlayStation is really hard. Maybe I'll open my horizons a little bit more. But that was after the fact.
Yeah.
So I'm just pointing that out for the record.
Saying he just listened to this one.
So anyway, so Dane ended up stealing my Xbox.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I mean, and he enjoyed the fruits of it.
He's been enjoying the fruits of it for quite some time.
And
Clearly,
he doesn't even play games on it. He just
years.
watches DVDs on it.
Yeah, it's a DVD machine.
That's literally the hardest part about the whole thing. He's like, I rented this movie from Redbox. I'm like, Dane, you're not even gaming on this? He's like,
he goes,
no, it's great for streaming YouTube as well.
It didn't get controllers with
I'm like, Dane, a Roku can do all the things that you're using it for.
He has a Roku. He said it doesn't work.
I played
as good
Forza
as
and Cyberpunk for several, months, and then other
good.
than that, it's like all just YouTube and Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu.
He's using it for
It's
YouTube.
BS, man, is what that is.
A lot of YouTube. Played up on the
BS.
big screen.
So he's been enjoying that.
Totally good advice for that.
Well, myself, I've been gaming on a damn Gamecast, right? There's a GameCube or a Dreamcast. Which one is it? It's a Gamecast because I can't afford it, right? So I'm on the Gamecast playing that while he's out enjoying an Xbox Series X. So it was about a week and a half ago. I ended up finding on Costco.com. Costco.com has been dropping bits,
little
teasers.
Things,
little bits and pieces,
nuggets.
but they don't announce it or anything.
Yeah.
So they've been doing bundles. So they've had PlayStation a couple times. I've missed out on them. But last week, I saw the Xbox. They had a bundle deal on an Xbox, and I said, oh, my God, it's right there.
Gotta do it. Jump on it.
Do I buy it? And I impulse bought it, so I did it. I bought the damn thing, and I said,
Which I'm impressed by because you've been beaten out by bots on every other opportunity to buy a console.
So I got it, but I got it shipped in 3 days.
That's cool.
Now, the next thing I had to figure out was how do I tell my wife, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you kind of jumped the gun there.
I think the words were, Xboxes are for children.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's what
PlayStations
for
are
little
for
boys.
adults.
Yeah, 13. She said the Xbox are for 13-year-old boys.
Yes, that's right.
And
she's basing her experience on like COD lobbies from 2012 or 13.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of guys.
Your household is a Sony household.
Well, it's
not
a bunch of kids talking about other kids'
You're
moms,
classier than
right? They're like, "Hey, your mom." I'm like, you can't say all that kind of stuff,
that's not very
right?
nice.
It's not very nice. So, anyway, how to tell her about it? Because and this is one of the hard things, right? Is telling your wife that you've purchased something,
a
child's toy, but for a significant amount of money,
Yeah.
right? With adult money, a child's
share
toy
your
for
money
adult
now.
money,
Right, correct.
And so I had to figure out, okay, how am I going to tell her this? What's
I just found this. It's in the house.
Yeah, what's my approach?
What the heck? This is weird. It was in this
and God
box
bless her. I love her. I love her
stuff.
more than anything. But she's also the type of person that she notices certain things that I'll buy, but doesn't notice other things. Right?
Correct.
I could go out and buy a brand new another Milwaukee Impact, and she wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I could have 2,000 pounds of nut busting torque, and she wouldn't know.
It doesn't
right?
appear on the radar.
But if I buy something that's it takes time. If I'm doing something and like if I was outside swinging a lightsaber and she's like, "What? Why do you have that? What's that lightsaber from? And why are you spending so much time doing it?" She'll notice it.
Yeah.
So same
But
thing
if
with
it
an
was
Xbox,
a PlayStation
right?
lightsaber, he would be okay.
If I was playing on an Xbox and she's like, "What are you doing? It's taking so much time." "Oh, I'm playing this Xbox." "You don't have an Xbox." And I said, "Well, now I do." Right. So
Oh boy.
I had to figure out a way to tell her. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to come out and say, hey, she knows I've been looking for one of these dang consoles, anything, forever. And I think she'll be a little bit more understanding than what I thought.
Yeah.
So I told her. She was very understanding. She said, okay. She's like, I get it. It was so sad. She got me a PlayStation controller and 2 PlayStation 5 games for Christmas.
She was waiting for you to get your PlayStation.
Because she was waiting for me to get my PlayStation.
one caveat to your story. When
so
you were
able
here
to
at
sell
work,
all those?
you tried to reach out to her, and her only message back was, "We'll talk at home."
Yeah.
And that was intense.
I know. So, but that's what she got me for my Christmas present, right?
Because
I told
win.
people this on the podcast.
She wanted you to buy a PlayStation.
The expectation was
thanks for the controller.
She married an
games.
adult male.
Is there any console with this? She's like, no. She's like, you'll find one eventually, right?
This is a little ice cream right there.
And so she told me, she's like, yeah. So I let her know. She's very understanding. She said, you can return the PlayStation controller and games, if you want. I'm like, well, I don't think I can now. It's been like 6 months, right? Unless
return policy doesn't stick out that far.
Go to a Walmart and say, I don't know where these came from, but I'd like to return them.
Got these as a wedding present.
Right?
Well, you list them.
So anyway, got that, set that up, downloading everything I needed to download, right? Just downloaded for Forza and downloaded some other, normal what everybody else is playing. But while that was downloading, went out and washed the Civic, threw down. So I want to say something. So I've been modifying my pressure washing solution package 1.7 at this point.
Yes.
For I think that's where I'm at.
I think you are. Yeah, 1.7 sounds about right.
So as you guys know, I'm running the Cartridge Cube 1700, right? I'm on my second one, maybe coming up on a third, right? Depending on whether or not this one dies out by the end of summer, but it's going pretty good. So, CR spotless system soon. By soon, I mean maybe in the next couple days, right?
I think she'll notice
So,
that.
CR spotless, Cartridge 1700, right? I'm running the normal cable, right? The pressure washing cable going into the Cartridge.
Normal hose.
But what I did is I did quick disconnects on all my hose lines, right? So my hose going into my Cartridge is a quick disconnect. Life-changing. Yeah. So you don't have to screw on that stupid piece every single time. Does that make sense, Dane?
Yeah.
You're looking at me like you're not really sure.
Yeah.
So it's quick disconnect into there. Got them off of Amazon. Got a 6-pack for $8,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
Metal. They work. Threw that on there. Quick disconnect. On the a second cube as well, Ozzy Bear. And so quick disconnect.
Perhaps you guys should invest in the Sunjo 2030.
No, I don't think anybody should invest into a Sunjo 2030.
You guys would still be on your first one.
I was going to say, he hasn't had to replace his.
Well,
zero problems.
MTM quick disconnect.
Also comes with a great little reservoir in which you put O&R in.
Oh, very nice. So MTM quick disconnect on the SGS 28 handle, right? So my MTM handle. And I wanted to elongate my wand.
Okay.
Right? I wanted to.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well, all of us want to do that.
Okay.
I wanted to add inches and inches and inches to this
Good
thing.
for
Many
you.
people sell their soul for that.
Well, and I would like it with a curve in it.
Okay.
Right? Because I want to be able to.
This is not getting better.
Reach up into those nooks and
I want to
crannies.
reach up around. Yeah, I want to reach around, right? So what I ended up buying was an extension off of Amazon as well.
Okay.
Well, yes, the Mosmatic wands and everything looks very nice, right? I just bought a very expensive Xbox, and now I need to cut down my pricing and everything else. So I got a couple of metal extensions off of Amazon. There's pressure washer extensions. That's all they are, right? One of them just quick disconnects on both sides.
Pop, pop, pop.
And
did you get a flex? Did you get the flexi wand so it can bend a little bit?
No bend. So it's just all metal. But I ended up doing that, and I added 18 inches to my wand.
That's a lot. That's a
That
lot.
is
18
no
inches.
joke.
18 inches with the last 5 inches being a curve.
Wow.
Right.
Impressive.
So
That's going to be one hell of a testimonial on a box.
No, it's nice, right?
Yeah.
And so it's the perfect length, right?
Yeah,
So now
you
I
can
can
reach
get
everything.
I can get into all the tighter areas on like the wheels and things like that.
G. Davis
But-
would be proud, as David Cervantes pointed out.
What I noticed though is that compared to the stock Karcher pressure washing gun, right? The SGS 28 with the orifice size changed on it is actually outputting significantly more water than I was before, right? I didn't realize that. And
Lower pressure, more water?
I don't know. It seems to be outputting like it's a stronger stream.
The stream feels
I mean,
stronger.
And even at that long of a wand, right? The stream feels extremely strong, right?
Consult your doctor.
Basically went through.
Got some thrust
I
behind
wanted
that.
to test the quick fittings, right? So I did that on the Civic. Did a whole quick disconnect, test on it, make sure everything was working.
So did you just disconnect and drop them on the Civic, or did you lay them all out on the Civic?
I laid them all out to figure out. No, I laid them on the ground next to the Civic to figure out
you
which.
said a test on the Civic. I thought you were going to be connecting them and setting them down.
It just makes sense.
Well, I have a curved extension, a straight extension, and then you can even combine the two to make literally like a 36-inch
curved extension
if I wanted to.
Wow.
But that's ridiculous, right?
That is ridiculous.
Some people like it.
So went through, washed the car. Everything felt awesome. I love it. I mean, but you have to have the SGS 28 handle, right? And we sell that in the MTM Magnum kit at theragcompany.com, and you get that handle.
You get it right now for 20% off.
It's worth. You should go buy it because that handle is everything. It really is. I'm not kidding. It's an amazing handle. But that with the foam output from GSF and the PF22, everything's feeling tight. Everything's feeling good. I like the way it's feeling. I think once I add the CR Spotless to it, I think I will be happy. Yeah. Now the question is, do I wall mount my Cartridge Cube, right?
Well, no, because you're probably going to replace it.
I was going to say, you're going to have to replace it so soon.
Well, because everybody's doing the stainless. They do the stainless shelf, right?
Yeah, but here's what
nobody talks about. How is a pressure washer not falling off the stainless shelf?
Well, because they're not vibrating that bad. And they've got rubber feet. If you look at our Krenzla, it's got rubber feet. Another great thing that the Sunjoe 2030 has, rubber feet. The other thing, mine's mounted onto a cart with wheels. I can take it off that cart, mount it to a shelf if I like.
So I'm thinking about mounting mine.
Get yourself a Sunjoe 2030
Can I just
and you
drill through the bottom of the Karcher? What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work again?
Probably crack it and break it, yeah.
You broke it before it broke itself.
They won't return it this time because you put holes in it.
You do a test run with the old broken
Poked a couple holes in its back so it could breathe, right?
That's right.
Nothing crazy. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking about mounting that. I've thought about doing the Cox reels, right?
Yeah.
Because Cox reels with my extension, I think it's going to be good, right? But the problem is, I don't think I want 100 feet of pressure washing cord.
And that's a lot. That's a lot. You only need
are you
like
ever going to use that?
Even 50 feet. How pliable is a 50 foot?
It's not pliable.
So then why would I want that?
You don't. Like 50 feet is a lot of hose. Like I probably need a 25-foot hose. I have like maybe a 16-foot hose on mine, and it barely enough to go around a car. I need enough just to go around on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Like 30 feet do me just fine.
Well, I'm just wondering, I roll out 50 feet full of pressure washing cable. That cable is still going to twist.
Yeah.
It's still going to hit the side of my car.
Yeah, well, because you're going to be whipping it.
It's going to be whipping around. It's going to hit the side of my car. I know it will. It's going to.
You'll hit a car.
It's going to hit
Even if it's
car.
Not yours. It's going to hit the neighbor's car.
It's going to hit something.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what the point of that is versus just picking up the cube and carrying it around me where I want to go, setting it down, and then spraying from there.
See, that's my issue. I need more garden hose also because I'm at the limit of my garden hose, then I'm at the limit of my hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need an extension as well, but a hose extension.
Yeah, you can get that.
So, forced induction was saying basically what I was thinking, which is like screw through the bottom of yours and do a shelf mount.
Yeah. Or you can just get the 2030 and just drill 4 holes on the shelf. You already got the rubber bushings. You just set your machine on and bolt it on.
Well, no, that's what I was thinking was like using what's already there.
Coming out on top.
And just drilling through the shelf itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, Levi.
How's your master clean, Dane? How's that thing working? How's your pressure washer?
Well, I mean, I don't want to brag, but
still in the box. Very nice.
It's so fresh, so clean.
Wow.
It's been used twice.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah. As you would expect from me.
Yeah.
So I've also thought about the cart as CJ Byrne has brought up. So,
like the Evo.
Here's my setup, right? I want people to realize.
Yeah.
Okay, realize my setup here, and I'm trying to spend money in a very smart way.
Right. Correct. You're trying because you just bought a toy.
I bought an Xbox. So basically, what I need something to potentially mount the Cartridge Cube. Potentially. I'm not good at this kind of stuff, guys. They think I'm good at this stuff. I can build the things. I can have the things. I can use the things really well, but I don't have the vision like other people have, right? It's just not
But you say it so confidently that we believe you.
No, I don't. I just saying I don't really have that vision. So so CR Spotless is going to be on a cart. Okay. I need it on the cart. I'm not going to wall mount it. Because it's going to be on the cart. Because my hose is going to go from the side of my house to the CR Spotless. I'm not doing a standalone water.
Mm-hmm. You're not mounting it to the wall.
That's going to cost way too much freaking money, right? Makes little to no sense. I can't justify that. I don't know how half the people justify it unless it's already built into your garage. Honestly, I think it's crazy for people to plumb that stuff just for the damn pressure washer. You guys are crazier than I am, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just going to take the hose because I can take the hose, quick disconnect
Well,
right into the CR Spotless.
Let's say when you want to go clean the back windows on your house. You want to be able to run that around. Use spot-free water, pressure wash those windows, acid, get all the water spots off. You and your pops come out, and your pop wants to clean the glass.
I can do that anywhere now.
Yeah, you can do it anywhere.
I can do it anywhere, right? So I'm not bound to these chains.
Yes.
That is a pressure washing wall mount solution.
We've had a lot of comments about the 50 to 100 foot thing, and everybody says, 50 is great. You don't need more than that unless you're just feeling crazy.
Well, guys, you have to understand, I did 100 feet of air hose, right? I have 100 feet of air hose, and you know what? I'm not laughing because it's amazing.
You have a lot of air.
That hose can go all the way to any point of my house.
Yes.
Let's just say when you have a kid, it's going to be great when they're riding a bike because if they get a flat tire 100 feet away from your house,
not a problem.
You can just grab that hose. This weekend, had to fill up some floaties for the neighbors, right? Just pulled my airline out. I got a 50-foot hose. Just carried it out of my garage with my blowgun tip on it and walked out to their property. They didn't even have to climb over the fence. I just filled up their floaties right there.
How nice.
Just, there you go. Have fun on the river.
Remember, though, Anthony is 99.9% of the time working on his own vehicles.
And 100 feet of hose,
rare
you could
that something
start
else
washing the neighbors' cars.
Is appearing over there.
Ooh, you could clean the property across. You could pressure wash the trees and the picnic table over at your park.
So what are you saying? I know what.
So the point is, Anthony is working on his own vehicles. He knows the dimensions of his vehicles. He knows the limitations of his setup. Yes. It's catered towards what he's got. But I know someone else here was mentioning like, I can wash a whole F-350 in my driveway. It's like, you're not working on a lot of F-350s unless your neighbor with their F-250R or whatever comes over. Like, that thing is madness, but you're not washing that kind of stuff in your driveway, generally speaking. But are you just leaving yourself open to future opportunities, or are you just I'm working with what I got?
No, I just want it to be. I want it to be something. I want it to be enough, and I don't want to go overkill with it. Yeah. And it has to be fast. My biggest thing is I'm built for speed. I dress for speed and comfort. Right. Correct. I like my washing crap to be the same exact way. Yeah. Speed. And comfort. I don't like to sit there and like there's therapy times where I'll I'll have time to do it, right? But further in life, I'm gonna have less and less time. I need it to be for speed. Yes. Yeah. So
you're prepping.
So basically, I'll have that set up. It's gonna be good. Nick, by the way, we're gonna go over on today's podcast hour. It's just gonna happen, and because I have to explain this. So we have that CR Spotless. All that stuff is going through, and I think. I just need to figure out if I want to shelf mount the pressure washer. If I do it, I can do that. The other thing I need somebody to do, post it in the Rag Company podcast, do some research. Find me a 50-foot cable of pressure washing that's flexible.
Dude,
that's not as bad.
We can get our blue hose that's hanging from the ceiling over here.
I don't even like that one. It's still not.
I'm just telling you, we can go get one. You can have any length made, custom.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
$70.
That's too much work, Levi.
Down there at Andy's
That's right,
Supply.
forced induction.
That's too much work. Find me 50 feet of the best pressure washing cable that won't crinkle up, that also
Gates
won't cost me
hose.
$500.
Gates branded blue hose. Or
then
Gates
the other
red.
thing is, find me a reel that's not a Cox reel that I can mount that won't.
I don't know if that's going to be it.
Okay. It's not going to be possible. Yeah. Okay. So anyways.
Nice forced induction.
Well, wishful thinking, I guess, right?
Point is, at least you're trying.
Guys, I'm
quick
trying
disconnects on the hoses, on the hose from the wall to the garden. CR Spotless, cube, extension on the wands. All you're missing is that piece of getting the bigger hose.
You know what? You haven't gone full crazy yet, though, because you know what full crazy would be?
What?
Think about it. So we have our overhead and our drops inside of the studio out here. Yeah. But if you did something like that with your water and air throughout your house with drops in each room that would require something like that, put it on the back of the house, run it through the walls everywhere, and make sure you don't have leaks. Boy, that would be full crazy. I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm just saying I wonder if someone has done that.
I did in my old shop. I had water from one corner on the floor,
all the
way up and over and across and down.
In your shop is one thing, but in the walls of your home,
I don't need
for the sake of working on your things at home. That is the ultimate crazy.
I just don't need that.
That is the ultimate crazy.
Going back to what I was saying, rest of the weekend, watched the Civic. Everything went good there. Saturday, honestly, dude, it was so freaking hot outside. I ran some errands with Katie, got some stuff done, and then we went to what's it say?
Perfect, David.
Let's do longer. one. Now you can't decide a long or short hose. Anthony lift. Okay. And so we ran some errands. Went to Costco. Right. Got some goods for the 4th. Walked around. Checked some things out. Costco has their yellow and black bins on sale.
Oh yeah.
For $7 a bin.
Yeah, those are good.
Bam,
right?
That's a good deal.
there.
Bought 9 of those,
Nice.
and so they just look nicer.
Yeah, they're
than-
good. My mom bought a bunch of them.
I'm trying to purge of the old like Rubbermaid,
me
like
too.
purple,
They fit better, too.
silver,
Yeah.
blue, like all that.
yeah.
My neighbor's got the black and yellow ones. They've been sitting in front of his garage. He has 20 of them.
Oh.
They've been sitting in front of his
You gonna
garage
go take
for
them?
literally the entire time I've lived in that house.
What?
No joke. Like they are turning gray. They've been sitting
You,
out in
you
the sun
haven't
so
complained or
long.
called in?
Nobody says anything. Like he just
That's
has them out there,
hideous.
just stacked up in front of his garage because he's one of those people who like has so
Hoards.
much stuff in his garage he just parks out front.
He hoards.
And
he's a hoarder.
he and his wife. Yeah, well, I don't know. He's a very nice guy. He
You
used to
should
be an
go over there and
animator for
ask him,
Disney,
say, hey,
among other things.
let
I was
me
like,
see
oh,
your
that's
goods,
cool.
old man. Let open up the door, and then kick it in, and walk through his stuff.
They seem like nice people. I'm not going to bug them, but I see it out there, and I'm
picked
just
up
like,
a lot of
they
great
last.
solution,
That's the lesson. They
storage
last.
solution packages.
Picked up those, did that. Rest of the day, honestly, guys, I played video games all day long. Right, I'm trying to my gamer score. I transferred
Maximize it.
everything from my Xbox 360 account to my new Xbox account. I used to be a pretty big gamer. My gamer score is quite high.
Yeah, that blew my
considering
mind
considering
when
all
I saw
things.
you get online for the first time. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is Anthony. He's first hopping on an Xbox, for the first time. There he is. Okay, let me check out. Oh my God, his gamer score is twice mine. How is that?
Yeah,
How is that?
Because I used to be a professional.
Wow.
back
He also
when I
used to
was-
work at GameStop, apparently.
I did. I
so.
did work at GameStop for 1
You
year.
got me there.
Worst year of my life. And then played games. That's all I did.
Nice.
And then Sunday we were having our family over for 4th of July. So Katie obviously is like, clean the house, wipe down everything. She thinks my mom's more judgy than she really is. My mom is actually very judgy. My mom's great. My mom's the one where she comes into our house and she's like, "Oh, I just need to use the bathroom." Like, "Mom, that's the guest bathroom." She's like, "No, I'm closer to yours. I'll just use yours."
Using yours.
And
No,
she goes
no,
in my
no.
bathroom.
I didn't clean that one.
And then and she goes, Anthony, you need to take out the trash in that. And also the toilet paper, it's on the opposite side of the roll, so I flipped it around. I say, "Mom, stop looking at my stuff. Let it go. I told you to go into that one." She's like, "No, I'm just saying, it's okay." That mirror, Anthony, go grab a towel. Wipe that mirror down really quick. There's a little bit of dust on it.
David wanted to compliment you as a contrast to his small hose.
Thank
joke
you. I
earlier.
look divine with a divined.
Defined.
Defined and divined. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Once I get a haircut, I'll look like hopefully a different person.
Wow.
Anyways, got everything cleaned up. Spent most of the day doing that, and filled up our pool solution package in case anybody wanted to go for a
Nice.
swim.
Dip.
I will say though, based off of all of the stuff I've been building from IKEA, all the other furniture, my side of my yard looks like a homeless person is currently living there.
Oh,
I
dude,
have
quite a nice little
I have-
shanty built.
Guys, I have
with a
bumpers
pool.
I have bumpers for my project cars. I have 2 stacks of tires.
Yeah.
I have my garbage cans. I have more cardboard than I know what to do with. I am overwhelmed with the amount
Yeah,
of cardboard.
looks like my yard.
I don't know how to tackle all that cardboard. I really don't. I don't actually know what to do.
What you do is you just break it down, piece at a time, fill up your recycling bin, put
It's
it out
already
there.
full. It's already full.
I know, but you wait till actual trash day.
Yeah.
And then you shove as much as you can in all the trash cans. And
I
then
tried.
And then you put it out there, and then another week goes by. You have to take it one piece at a time.
Oh man, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like a alcoholic. It's a one day at a time kind of thing. You gotta
Yeah, I
make
know.
sure that you can just do this part, do the next one,
Yeah.
or
I
just
know.
go throw it all in the back of the truck, go up to the dump. on your way to
That's
work.
also an option.
You know, what can you do? But that was it. And then parents came over 4th of July.
Word for it.
we lit off some fireworks. My favorite part about 4th of July, though, right before everything started, bird flew into my garage.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Not bird
right?
flew, but a bird.
A
flew
bird
into
was
your
flying
garage.
in my garage. I was doing stuff in the backyard. I cleaned my grill. I detailed my grill, right? Because that's what I needed to do that. Because my mom would have said,
Yeah. Delicious.
this grill's dirty. Wipe this down, right?
Yeah.
I got that freaking grill spotless, right?
Yeah.
Besides polishing it,
She know that it's fire,
I
and it
still
actually
ruled-
burns
Polished
most
your
of that.
grill.
Oh, I mean the exterior
So-
of the grill. I wanted
Okay.
that to look good, right?
Okay.
So I
Oh.
bead makered the grill. I got everything looking really good.
dang.
But as I was doing that, I walked back in the garage. There's a freaking bird flying around in the garage, right? Go figure. It's a swallow, right? And So I was flying around. I got him out of there. Right as he pieced out, I said, okay, I got the freaking bird out. Closed the garage. And I'm looking around. And, of course, of all things that bird could have done, it takes a crap on the Evo, right? It hits right on the side of the car. How that happened in that amount of time,
well, we
I
got
don't
excited.
know.
It was hard.
But, no,
was fast.
It's very frustrating because it's basically the animal kingdom at my house.
Right.
Scared the shiz out of
I'm
them.
attracting all these...
Well, Anthony, you live
marmots
on a farm.
and birds.
Well, like
and
David
it
says,
is-
get the Meridian Meower in there. Get that cat.
No, and the
go
cat.
after the
I
bird.
know. Well, no, that cat.
David
would've-
Cervantes says at least it's not spit.
All those claws in the Evo trying to get the bird.
Oh, man. Could you imagine jumping from the bikes?
You would not see him here today. He would be probably in jail for what he did
probably
to
probably be a mental
detailing.
institution.
or detailing.
Anyway, but that all worked out. Everything's good to go. You know, I'm you know, it was a good 4th of July. Lots of food. My parents went to Alaska. They caught halibut and they caught halibut and cod.
Wow.
And they shipped it back down
Wow.
to Boise. So we made their fish on the grill and everything else like that.
Okay, that's really cool, actually.
And Alaskan halibut, literally days old, days old, and it was amazing. And so we had that, had burgers. Katie's sister came over, and then we lit some fireworks, and it was a good time. Neighbors behind me, there were a bunch of like 40-year-old Chads, and these guys, they were having a rager. So it was a 40-year-old rager, right? Lots of the guys, the women, all that. My favorite part, they're yelling at each other. They're having a blast, right? I think they're drinking whatever the heck they were drinking, like a combination of like bushes.
Is it like the show The League, but happening in your backyard?
My
Is that what's going
favorite
on?
is when they were so loud. It's catty corner to me diagonally, but like 2 houses back that way. Kitty corner, but 2 houses back that way. They open up their sliding glass door, and what do I hear? I hear Godsmack, right? And I was like, oh my God, right? I'm like,
throwback.
this is exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
A guy comes out looking like Guy Fieri, and I'm like, and they're drinking beers. I think they were beer bonging in the backyard.
Yeah.
So it was like 40-year-old, like that prime time age, right?
CJ, sorry.
So, well, no, and then I was like, okay, so there's Godsmack. I'm like, what else is next, right? I heard Seether, right? So they're listening to this.
We got some like real strong
Next
Gen
one's
X
gonna be
vibes
popping out
going
with some
on back
Creed.
there. Old
because
millennial
Seether and
vibes.
Godsmack, you would have been, Levi, you would have been in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 20s, 18, 19.
So these guys are just rocking out to this stuff.
It was
And I'm
bad
like,
when I was in my 20s.
So
And if you liked
aggressive.
them, I am sorry. That is a bad.
Yeah.
You are not right in the head. That is not good.
So these guys are rocking out, man. They were lighting off mortars like crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is nothing more like, I don't know how to even describe this, right? Between like the Godsmack, Seether, Chevelle, and like
Okay,
an
It sounds
insane,
like when I went to
Chevelle.
X-Fest in
an
2008.
insane amount of
Chevelle.
mortars.
Yeah.
It's like
I-
X-Fest.
It sounds
I
like
worked-
X-Fest in 2008
I
is what it
worked
sounds
Chevelle.
like.
I worked a show when Disturbed was playing. They opened, and I worked, and Chevelle was the opening act, and I hung out with the 2 brothers of Chevelle. There's 3 of them, but 2 of the brothers came and just hung
I actually
out
like Chevelle.
with us, and we just caught
cool.
up. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with those guys. But
Just listen to that bass.
some
line.
good old
Anyways.
dad rock. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No, and I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm
funny.
saying
Yeah,
like
thanks,
that's
You identify it with a certain age
there's a
group and a
group,
certain
yeah.
type
it's an
of
age group,
person
just like
listens
you
to
would
it.
identify like our parents listening to like
Right.
like 80s whatever it was, or it was
Leonard
just
Skinner.
it was exactly.
Or in my
It's
case,
just,
they were playing
This
80s
is
music.
that age group
Yeah.
in terms of the way they dress, the way they act. The music they're listening to, and I was like, I know exactly what age group that is. That is. I just do.
And then they step outside, and you'd have your suspicions confirmed.
Yeah.
David Cervantes is listening to my music, putting me on blast. I'm glad you had a good 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So on the other
what'd you
hand,
do?
Had a productive weekend.
Well, that's good.
Most of you may remember I talked about how I was going to work on a little side closet inside the MOS HQ.
Yes, the build.
I have
the
I have
podcast build.
I have a room
1.0.
about the size of this podcast studio, literally, in my garage.
CJ.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not
Probably.
wrong.
You're probably not
It probably
wrong.
makes a lot of sense. Adult money, mortars,
Yep.
and that type of rock music.
But I have
Aggressive.
so I
Celebrating
have
the
a
freedom.
room in my garage that is the size of this podcast room, almost identical footprint, right?
Yeah.
So I've been using it. I filled it with storage shelves a while back,
Yeah.
and I use it to hold all of our totes, all of our Christmas gear, all of our Halloween stuff. winter clothes, all that kind of stuff. Keepsakes from the kids and stuff Carly and I have acquired over our years that we just didn't want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, it also holds like camping gear and other things. Problem is, it was starting to get a little insane. You couldn't really, I set it up so you could walk in, find what you needed, pull it out. Then it got to a point where you just kind of grab stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought one of the neat things is it's air conditioned and heated.
Cooled. Amazing.
When the house was, when the house had its new addition put on in 1996, they built this little room next to the garage. Because the family that owned the house previously were running a business out of the garage.
Okay.
They turned this into a little office.
Oh.
So this was the office for the business.
So like
basically.
just big enough for like a chair and a table or
well,
something?
No, it's this. It's the size of this room.
Size.
Dane.
Okay.
It's exactly the same footprint as this room and floor plan, basically.
That's not bad.
So good size room. So they turned it into their office. That was they probably had two desks in there, and that's where they worked. I thought, man, I need to fix that space. It's not being used the right way. And I thought, what a great spot to be able to host the Master of Shine podcast out of.
Oh,
give me a little folding
nice.
desk, slide a chair, hopefully from a certain company, right up there to the desk. I can start knocking out some episodes again.
Nice.
Right? So so that's what I worked on. So I sent Nick a picture or a little video of what the actual space looked like prior to me starting. So that was it.
Ooh, okay.
That's pretty large.
Very cluttered.
Vertical blinds.
Right?
Vertical blinds are always
very
a clue.
cluttered. See how you can't even get in. It's a big space.
Oh yeah.
Right? So
But
I'm like,
looks recently refinished, white walls.
white walls.
And
they
the
need
black
to be
and
some
yellow
painted.
crates.
Black and yellow crates.
A lot of Christmas stuff.
A lot of Christmas. But this is what it is now. All cleared out.
Wow.
It's definitely better.
Much better. Floor's clean.
Floor
Everything's
looks
more
nice.
organized.
Is that like a little student's desk at the end there?
It's a folding table desk.
Okay.
Very small, able to fold up flat if I need to.
Let's go and replay that again
So go
one more
back.
time for us if we can here, Nick.
Frame by frame.
There
Okay,
you
good.
So yeah, right there, boom. It's nice little desk.
Okay.
It's small. It's this big.
I can see the
Okay.
brackets. It looks like it goes
So-
up.
Now
then?
it folds up. It just folds up.
Yeah,
flat.
like it goes up.
What are your thoughts about this, Levi? I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. What if you did some black cloths just along all of that shelving
All the
there
totes?
just to hide
I
the
could.
totes?
I could.
Just to kind of create an ambiance and hide the totes.
Yeah.
And then it's just you
And a-
with your
and a
Edison
scare.
bulb or a candle.
Right. I've already been looking at those. I can get a wall mount, a wall plug-in, hang up, drop down.
Yeah.
Nice little Edison light that
Yeah.
I could have set up right there along the side here, coming right down there. I thought about maybe putting a light underneath this shelf, a little illumination.
Yeah.
Somewhat. But point was, if this way I can actually use that space if I need to. Carly has been doing a lot of Zoom interviews and stuff for different publications, and so I was like, there's a spot you could probably use to go in there and just kind of.
I really think that
And
the
do some of
black
that stuff.
drop cloths would make a big.
It probably would make a big
I
difference.
think it'd make a big difference, and I think it would hide it all. And you could even put it on. You could do like a shower rail, right? To where it's like a hanger, so you can literally just, if you need to get to any of the things, you just open it up, right? But when you want to shut it all off, close it all off.
I actually
and
like
then
that better
it's
than
just-
putting it on the shelf. You
Yeah.
put it around.
Then it's just you just do like the
Yeah.
hang like what we have over there,
So-
right?
Yeah.
And
It's
you
all
just
your
hang
decision,
it,
though, of course.
and that way it's all black to your walls, but it makes it actually look bigger because of that.
Yeah. So next I'm gonna add some. I want to get some of the nice little noise canceling things that I can put
Good
on
idea.
that wall
Yep.
facing underneath that window, so I can build a little.
Well, and the
What's
and
the
the
code?
curtain would
floor
actually help
carpet.
with
It's carpet?
yeah.
Well, that helps.
Yeah.
That's sound deadening right there.
Yeah, it's all carpet, and it's actually
anywhere for a
pretty,
mini fridge.
It's pretty dead in there. Like I
It's not bad?
was snapping in there. It's pretty good
So you
because
may
all
not
the
even
totes
need
and
to-
everything have kind of.
Oh, yeah.
They
They'll
encompass a
baffle
lot
the
of
sound.
it, and so.
But there's also gaps between
Right.
which helps break up the sound.
Yeah.
So, you may
it's
not
actually
need a
not
lot.
too bad. So thinking of just that wall as I face it would be nice. And then, I think if I wanted to do a video element, I probably should.
What are you
Curtain
using
that
to
all off.
record the sound with right now?
Currently, Dane, thanks for asking, using the Master of Shine podcasting solution kit, which is my
includes-
iPhone.
Oh,
I mean, if it works,
but
it
like,
works.
probably like in a Zoom, like the Zoom's
Yeah.
plugged into your iPhone, right?
No,
Like, so you're
no.
using like very nice audio technica
Nope,
microphones.
I use Anchor,
Sure, microphone.
Nope, I use Anchor FM
Oh,
podcasting app and I literally just record into my phone. Set it up on a little stand, and I just talk into it.
That's nice.
You, too, can listen to some of the great episodes of the Master of Shine at Home podcast. Check out anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
How many are there?
There's about 6 episodes.
It's like 5.5.
Probably about 5.5.
Yeah.
Point is, so I worked on that. So that took, I pulled everything out, put it in the garage. We reorganized everything. Yeah, it's get organized again. Yeah, I had to get this space done because Carly was starting to get stressed out. She couldn't find anything in there, and she was like, we shouldn't live like this.
Do you label stuff? Or
everything's labeled in the sense that when you pull it out, it's written on what is in there. And on some of the older totes, we have like all the Halloween stuff.
Masking tape with some marker on it or something.
No, I just write it with a permanent marker. But yeah, so I got all that done, everything put back in. So that was my Saturday. Most of Saturday was done working on that. I turned on the AC first thing in the morning, turned on all the fans and in the garage and got that place as cool as I possibly could. I got it down to about 80, 78.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was nice. And then in the room, it was probably 74. So, because I had it open to the garage. And so it was just trying to keep the place cool enough to work. But it was pleasant, really pleasant to work in. So got all that done. Saturday night, me and the kids grabbed ourselves some Papa John's.
Ooh, Papa John's.
So Augie only likes...
Not my favorite pizza.
Not my favorite pizza at all. But Augie...
I actually don't know why I said that. I hate Papa John's.
Friday night. Here's the deal. Friday night, I got us pizza.
Yeah.
Went to Chicago Connection.
Ooh, cheese. Pure cheese.
Got a cheese pizza. Got a sausage pizza.
That's all they make. Yeah.
They are delicious. They're a very deep dish pizza, and they're mostly cheese. They are
lactose intolerant person's nightmare.
Insane amount of cheese. Right? So got that. Then cruised on over to Chip.
Ooh.
Picked up a halvesy of OGs and a halvesy of the Biscoff.
Oh, they got the Biscoffs. Yeah.
Headed back home. That was going to be our Friday night dinner.
I love everything
delicious
so
Chicago
far.
Connection.
Very healthy. Yeah.
Some chip cookies to round it off. Right. Saturday night, Augie. I want Papa John's. I said, I don't like eating pizza 2 nights in a row. Especially going from the most delicious pizza to one of the worst pizzas.
Yeah.
Cardboard, my favorite.
So the owner's questionable as well.
So yes. So Augie goes, this is my favorite pizza. And I said, here's the deal. I mean, they wrecked. Friday night when I came home from work with the pizzas, house was immaculate. Carly and her mom cleaned the whole place. I mean, it was spotless. Saturday, the kids hanging out, watching TV while Carly and I worked in the garage. Yeah. They trashed the house. So Carly, she goes out with her friend. I'm home with the kids. And I walk into the garage after working in the garage, and I'm like, this looks horrible. This is a war zone. What the heck happened? I've been in the garage for 5 hours working. Tell them, if you can clean, I will get you Papa John's. You've got 10 minutes. Get this room cleaned up.
Oh, boy.
Augie goes, what does that mean? I said, everything off the floor and all the tables gone.
He wants to make sure he's not working and then ends up missing something.
Yeah, so I said, or no pizza. And he runs, busts his butt, gets the whole room cleaned up, comes back into the garage while I'm still working, and 9 minutes. He had 1 minute left. And he goes, I'm done. I go, let's go look. We walk out there. Homeboy did it. Got everything picked up that he was supposed to do, got all the cans crushed, got everything that he needed done. I said, all right, bud, let's order that pizza.
That's the part where you look and go, okay, now I know he can do it.
He can do it.
So if he doesn't do it next time, I know.
Got him that pizza. He ate one whole slice himself in about 5 minutes, which is the fastest he's ever eaten a slice.
Wow.
So I was like...
Dosing him for that stuff?
Well, I have to dose him for pizza. But it was just the fact that normally, Dana, it takes him about an hour and a half to barely finish a slice of pizza. This kid won't eat pizza to save his life.
So he's not an eater like you are?
No. Hadley is. Augie is not.
Okay.
We've talked about this. He stopped eating. He's doesn't eat.
Huh. Yeah.
So Hadley ate pizza. I ate pizza. It was fine. It was okay. But Augie, that was the fastest he's ever eaten his pizza. I was very impressed. So Sunday, got up. We went and got pancakes. Eggman and Earl.
Eggman and Earl has pancakes? I thought they just had eggs.
No, pancakes. Delicious pancakes.
Oh, wow.
So ordered some pancakes and bacon. Went and picked it up with the kids. Brought it home. Had our pancakes. Then got the kids dressed, ready to go, cleaned up. Lunchtime rolled around. We took Carly, myself, and the kids went over to her mom's, had a delicious spaghetti dinner. Oh, their mom made homemade meatballs.
Oh, yep. Are they more of a full meatball kind of people?
Very large meatball people.
I love large meatballs.
You only needed 2 because you could cut it and you could have like 8 little meatballs in each one.
Do you know what my favorite looking meatball is? Right, I don't think binging with Bobish.
Binging with Babish.
I don't think he's made this yet, but he needs to. It's the meatball out of The Wedding Singer, right? Where she's like, I don't have any clean Tupperware, and she's like, put out your hand, and she grabs a giant meatball and puts it in his hand, and he's like,
no, that's how big those were.
I'm like, I want a meatball that big. No, I will eat it barehanded.
Yeah. No, my mother-in-law, those
all this
were the
talk
meatballs.
of hoes and meatballs.
So we ate those. So it was delicious. So we ate a delicious spaghetti dinner, then went back home, got ready, made some s'mores bars. Oh, you guys wondering what that is? It's basically butter, graham cracker, or not graham crackers, but golden grams, chocolate chips, and marshmallows.
Wow.
Made just like you would make Rice Krispie treats.
None of this bodes well for a weight challenge.
Delightful. Now, took those, filled the cooler up with a bunch of pop soda and water, and headed over to Augie's best friend, Zoo Heights.
Ooh.
That's right. His name's Zoo Heights. You guys are wondering? It's a Basque name. So
wait, so his first name is Zoo?
No, his full name is Zoo Heights. His first name is Zoo Heights.
So Zoo Paz.
No.
The last name Heights.
No. First name, Zoo Heights.
Zoo Heights?
Zoo Heights.
Heights or Zelos?
It sounds like something out of the movie Downfall.
Heights or Zelos?
So, Augie's best friend, Zoo Heights, went over to their house. His mom, Lacey, and his dad, and we just kind of hung out there with them, and they had a bunch of other friends that are also in Augie's class. So, Augie basically was running amok with 4 other kids, 3 boys that he cruises every recess with, Dominic, Jake, and Zoo Heights. And the 4 of them get rowdy. They play soccer. They do all that stuff. So they were playing fireworks, basically. Yeah. But we let off fireworks at their house, at Lacey's house. Her husband wasn't feeling good. He's on a new medication, so he's kind of just really not feeling good. So he bowed out that night. But her brother showed up, brought some barbecue chicken, Anthony. Some of the most delicious chicken I have ever eaten.
Really?
Unbelievable.
It was just a traditional barbecue chicken.
His name was Kyle. He made some chicken. He goes, hey, guys, I barbecued some
Kyle's
chicken.
Killer Chicken.
It's literally Kyle's Killer Chicken.
Wow.
But he's like, hey, guys, my name's Kyle. I'm Lacey's brother. I barbecued some chicken. You guys should have some. That's all he said.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like the sound of that.
When he's not detailing RVs, he's in boats.
So
he's making chicken.
We just ate, hung out. Kids ran. It was like Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
You get my kids around fireworks and you get a bunch of other kids the same age.
Kids are dying.
They were insane. They were insane. They were screaming. They were running. They were all so excited. All you got scared twice because the fireworks were too powerful.
Yeah.
Too loud, too scary.
Like it's coming.
Right. He was watching and running around, and all of a sudden they're like, bah, 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 bah.
The dog has an excuse. The dog doesn't know.
Oh, no.
What's coming,
he was terrified.
But...
So, anyway, it was a good time. I sent Nick some pictures of the event, the kids doing stuff, even got Augie to start lighting some of the fireworks using a punk. So he was really excited to be the keeper of the punk and started to light fireworks, but he was trying to make sure everybody was safe with it.
You got some vids or some pics of that?
I do have some pics. I don't know if there we go. So there's the army of children and the fireworks being let off. We were up in the
beautiful East Boise.
We were in the new part of Harris Ranch.
Yeah, Harris
Ranch. I was going to say those trees look pretty young.
Good time. There's Augie pulling the unk move, getting ready to light some fireworks off. That's his buddy Jake there with him. But it was a good time.
Dark.
Good night. It wasn't dark yet. We did it until it got dark. But that storm that moved in last night cooled the whole place off. It was great. It was nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Plus, that street had a view of Columbia Village. You could see all the fireworks and all the mortars going off in Columbia Village. Yeah. They're not very rich people in Columbia Village.
Did you get any rain? Or
No rain. Just a lot of wind. But we got it good. And then simple evening, cruise back home. Washed both children because they were filthy from sulfur smoke and running around barefoot.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So we had to rinse them off while we were giving them both, had them both jump in the shower. We had to pull Watson out from under our bed.
Oh.
He had, now we had white noise machines going in the house. We had brought all 3 animals in. and closed the cat door or the pet door to make sure they didn't go out.
Bolt out, yeah.
Split them up into rooms, right? So we had one cat in one room, one cat in another room, Watson just kind of cruising between the area.
So they don't like being around each other when this
Well, I didn't want to lock all three of them in a room because they'd probably start fighting. So that's not something I would do, especially when there's mortars being lit off. So, but Watson climbed under the bed, didn't come out till we got home. And as soon as we coaxed him out, he was fine.
Yeah.
Homeboy was cool. He was like, hey, guys, what's up? Fireworks going off. No big deal. Just cool. Only thing he wouldn't do, go outside and go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. So he's like, no, the sounds were coming from out there. I'm
So,
not going there.
Friday night, I took him out to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right? Or Saturday night. Saturday night, I was outside with him about 10:30 at night. While I'm outside, standing there, he's going to the bathroom, trees start lighting up around me.
Yeah.
And I go,
uh-oh.
Fireworks? Meteor.
What?
Over my head.
No way.
Over my house.
Not a firework.
Not a firework. Straight across. Cruising. Quite high.
That bright?
But directly above my house. Totally illuminated my area as it cruised by.
That's not common at all.
Cruising to the east.
You're telling me you're
sure
you didn't
it wasn't
jump
a
in your
firework.
car. You have to follow that, Levi.
I was home with the children.
No, you leave them because this
you can't
is.
keep up with that.
Dane, try me.
I probably could have.
This
Had
is
I
your
seen it,
one
I
shot
would've
life
jumped.
to get superpowers, and
I
you
know.
just blew it.
There was a part of me that was like, holy crap. So it kept going. Didn't make any noise.
It's just the beginning of Men in Black.
Green tail, white light going across, just cruising across the sky. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it lit the whole area as it was going, like lighting up.
That's crazy.
It was nuts, dude. It got my yard got bright and then got dark again.
Presumably
And I
no
was
sound
like,
though, right?
Huh?
No sound though, right?
No sound, just shooting
so
across.
that's how you know.
And I was like, and then I stood out there for another 30 minutes because I didn't know if there was more coming.
Just like, is there an impact going to happen down there?
I was waiting for an impact sound.
Yeah.
I was waiting for nothing happened. Meaning it was still just cruising through the stratosphere.
Wow.
Nuts, dude.
That's
absolutely
really cool,
insane. Hopped on Twitter to see if anybody else saw it. Went on Facebook. Nobody mowed it. And I was like, people either if they saw it, they thought it was a firework, or but it was way up there, but it was also super close.
How high? Like, where do you think it landed?
I have no
Do
idea.
you think it landed in Idaho?
It probably could have.
But
it was headed east though, so it may have.
Man.
It could have fizzled out somewhere.
Any
and stayed
reasonable
in place.
person
somebody
would have
in
thought,
eastern Idaho,
firework.
potentially,
because
that is about
that
to
time
get
of
powers.
Possibly, but I could have. It would have been fun to drive, chase after it,
Yeah.
because I could have cruised down Boise Avenue, because that's literally the way it was rolling. I could have gone the whole way down.
Start
Boise,
of your own
just
movie, and you don't even
following
know it yet.
Anyway, most
Yeah.
exciting thing to ever happen to me in a long time is
Wow.
to see that go. Oh my gosh, that was
remember
insane.
that movie Evolution from the late
Yes.
90s,
Yeah.
early
Yes.
2000s by the Ghostbusters people? That
Good
was a fun
times.
movie.
Anyway, guys,
Yeah.
that's it. That was my weekend. Simple, easy, fast.
And to answer you, David, no, I did not go to Express this weekend. I know, shocking. But Kirby Thompson, pretty incredible sight, Levi.
It was insane.
Absolutely.
Absolutely insane. I've never seen it. I've seen shooting stars really high up, but nothing this close or this big.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cruising across. But if you, I was looking up, other meteor YouTube vids.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I was seeing.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
nuts. But I was waiting for, the boom when it hits, the Russian ones where they hit.
Yeah, something.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I was waiting for it. Nothing happened. It was still cruising. So I was like, that's still moving.
So tell you need to get a dash cam, so
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah, right?
You catch it when it's going on.
Insane.
All right.
Insane.
So, as I hack along. Excuse me. All right. Yes, Despacho, that is lit. Okay. So that's really all we've got to say today. It's been going on a little bit long.
Yeah, it's all
but
right.
You know what? We had fun. It was a fun
time.
4th of July. Hope you all had
Yeah,
a
hope you
fun
guys were all
holiday
safe. Hope
as
you enjoyed
well. And of course, we have folks who listen who are outside the U.S. Hopefully, you had some fun this weekend, regardless of whether there was a holiday or not in your country. So, now what?
Aussie Bear. They went to
Went to
Express.
Express is pretty stock. Definitely not OEM Plus.
That's
nice.
why you go to
Thank
Eggman
you,
and Earl.
Aussie Bear. That's what happens. See, you play
That's the
something up and
difference.
people do
Yeah.
that. So, guys, If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you're subscribed so you know when we go live next time. If you haven't clicked like, make sure you do that so that this gets out in front of more people and we can continue to do this. And last but not least, I want you, if you haven't done it already, go to Apple Podcasts or iTunes, go leave a review on the Rag Company podcast, give us 5 stars and write something, and I will read it out on the next podcast or Q&A just for fun. So if you want to throw something kind of encouraging or discouraging, whatever you feel like, just throw it out there and we'll catch up with it on the next one. So guys, take care. We'll see you on Thursday. Adios.